Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you game one of a huge four-game weekend set. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. The headline today, the hitting streak he's been on.
Yeah, an impressive streak. Can he keep it going in this one? Feels like there isn't a pitch he can't hit right now. Looking forward to seeing how they deal with him.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Ryan Weathers. What do we have on him?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
And a strike in there.
Now he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Bounce to the left side. Norby fires across the diamond, and an easy out to start the game. Here's the Pirates lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 down, base is empty. And now Spencer Horwitz.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Got him looking. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. This is Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound now, Mitch Keller. What do you have on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Makes the grab, 1 away. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins.
Let's go, Garrett. Come on, Garrett.
Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. That's smashed towards center. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Connor Norby getting ready to hit. High in the air, out to right. Lowe has it sized up. makes the catch. That is the inning. One left for Miami. Scoreless after one. Second inning set to go. And now O'Neal Cruz. And now the lefty. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Bounce to the right. On to first. One out in the second. Josh Lowe, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. One out, bases empty. Pitch misses there. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Wade. And he handles it himself for the out. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Next offering is in for a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of whips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Bottom of the second. Now, Jesus Sanchez. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. This one smacked out to left center. And it's into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he's got a leadoff double.
Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter will be the shortstop. Swing and a base hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out. Number 12 with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, dude. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you worked to get here.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Here's Jose Trevino. And that one got a piece of him.
Batter, take your base.
Well, he was right up on the plate, so even a small misfire was enough to send him to first.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And here swings, and this one's flared. It's going to fall for a hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. And they don't push it. Runner holds at third. Bases loaded now with still nobody out.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Next to hit, Trey Sweeney.
Nope, ball. 2-1.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. One run's in. The second run scores. They add on as the run scores all the way from first.
How about that? Clears the bases. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Out towards right center field, and it falls. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate, safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And the lead is up to 5. So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Garrett Mitchell. And he grounds one back up the middle to second. That's one. Throw to first, safe.
He beat the throw.
Now back, first baseman,
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Keller over to first, and he dives back in safely. In the air out to center. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Connor Norby. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get the out. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Mitch Keller departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Bailey Falter will take over here. He last pitched 2 days ago. First and second, 2 outs. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. The 1-1. To the right side, Newman. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just 1 pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. Marlins 5 and the Pirates nothing. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's one. Over to first, but he beats it. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Out of here. A 2-run shot. It's 5-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
The batter now, Kevin Newman. One down, base is empty.
Yeah!
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Here's Garrett Hampson. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's off
ball.
the inside edge. 2-1. And that one lifted in the air center field. Mitchell pulls it down, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's 5-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back as we go to the last of the third. And at the plate for Miami, number 12. The 2-1. This one in the air right field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ball to strike. Liner snagged it first.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
And now here is Brett Wisely. And a 1-1. And there's a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Low. Tracks it down for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Spencer Horwitz. Just missed.
You know, these Pirates doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Two now. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Weathers fires. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. And that's a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
One out, runner at second. At the plate for Pittsburgh. Runner takes off for third.
Yeah.
Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Right through there. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
That one fouled off. Cruz on third with 2 out. Fly ball down the line. And that'll do it. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. They trail at 5-2. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the DH, Trey Sweeney. Swing and a chopper out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
The batter, number 6, second baseman,
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top.
Runner on the move. In the air, left field, down the line. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
now batting, first baseman, Wayne Jr.
The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's out number 3. Marlins leave 1. They're still out in front 5-2. We go to the top of the 5th. This is Joey Bart.
Leading off the 5th, the catcher, number 14, Joey Bart.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3.
You know, these Pirates just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
The batter, the left fielder,
Tyro Estrada to the plate. And there's a ball.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Bart on at first, nobody out. On the ground to third, might be 2. There's 1. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Next to hit, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Popped in the air, left field. Wisely makes the play, and that is that. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Connor Norby. Popped up, Hampson. And there's one away.
The right fielder, number 7, Jesus.
And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Now it's the shortstop. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Low makes the grab for the second out.
The catcher, number 36,
Jose Trevino, the next up for the Marlins. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in there. Lined into right. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And he'll pull into second safely. So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Brett Wisely. Out there to center. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. Marlins strand a pair, and it remains 5-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. Now it's the second baseman, Kevin Newman. That misses.
3-1.
3 balls and a strike.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
You got a full count.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Fair ball.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now it's going to be Garrett Hampson. Swings through that one.
1 and 2 is the count.
Newman gets his lead at first with nobody out. Hit in the air, left field. Wisely makes the catch for the out.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at first, one away. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Got him. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
The Pirates trailing by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Pirates leave 1, and the deficit remains 5-2. Well, we go bottom 6, and now here's the Marlins DH, Trey Sweeney. Ball to strike. The pitch. Line drive. Caught.
Nice swing and good solid contact. That ball was smoked, but it needed a little more lift to get into the outfield gap. Maybe a little more backspin.
So the batting order turns over. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. One down, base is empty.
That's a ball.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dylan Floro, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Santana also getting ready. And a base hit into right center field. So man aboard. And up next for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Out towards left center. Estrada makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman,
Lamont Wade Jr. the next up for the Marlins. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And no one can get there. And that's going to roll to the wall. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Connor Norby now at the plate. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, and he can't hang on. Run comes in from second. It's 7-2.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jesus Sanchez the next up for the Marlins. Lifted in the air down the left side. Estrada drops into the glove, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. It's the Marlins 7 and the Pirates 2.
now pitching.
Declan Cronin gets the ball now.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And that's a strikeout looking. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3. And now Nick Gonzalez. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Slider for a strike.
1-2.
To the right side, Lopez. Over to first,
Go.
and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, catcher, Joey Bart.
Here's Joey Bart now.
Go back to Pittsburgh.
In the air, left side. Wisely settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. On the mound now for the Pirates, Dylan Floro.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out.
The catcher, number 36, Jose.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jose Trevino. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Definitely not a pitch
1-2,
location
the
you're
count.
expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to.
Oh, gets dirty from his backside. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
Two out, space is empty. Now the left fielder, Brett Wisely. Line drive, base hit down the line. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the designated
Next is the designated hitter, Trey Sweeney. On the ground to third. Hayes to first. That ends the frame. 1 hit, 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Marlins 7 and the Pirates 2.
now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Anthony Bender. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Two and one now. That's a base hit and a good start to the inning.
The third baseman, number 13, Brian.
Up next for the Pirates, Brian Hayes. The 1-1 is fouled off.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line.
And it's caught for the out. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. And now the Pirates leadoff man, Kevin Newman. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it across. And that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 7 and the Pirates 2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Floro delivers. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He circles the bases, his first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 8-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And at the plate for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Swing and a ground ball. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's back there on the warning track and hauls it in.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Yeah, it's a really nice catch right there near the wall, and you have to use everything available to you. Know when your feet leave the grass and hit the warning track. Also, when you're able to, use the bare hand to feel for exactly how close you are. And right there, perfect use of his instruments.
2 down, bases empty. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Hayes to first. That's the inning. 1 for the Marlins on the solo shot. Last chance coming up for the Pirates. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
2 balls,
I think
1
it's
strike.
a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. That's to third. Tosses to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
The first baseman, number 2, Spencer.
And here is Spencer Horwitz. The Pirates with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Bender is just 1 strike away. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take this one in a blowout.
Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one at home, but these players know they've got some work to do because they could easily drop the next 3 if they're not careful. Can't get too comfortable. Get some rest, come back for the next one, and be ready to take game 2.
8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.